victims do not always see themselves as victims.
Well, that's very interesting. It's actually extremely interesting because if I was a matrix controlled organization, my goal was to...
Why would he even agree to do this interview? This just seems so stupid. I don't know why. I don't know what he possibly could hope to gain from an interview like this, but...
slander somebody and try and destroy their name. You're telling me that they've chosen a crime, which one is heinous, of course, because it damages the person's credibility. And two, you're saying that even if everyone else involved, if you have 5 people and everyone's sitting there saying, no, nobody's hurt anybody, we like Andrew, we've all worked together, or we're friends, etc.
That's not what everybody's saying.
No.
Let me read you some of the testimony from the current investigation.
Can I finish? Please?
One of the witnesses said...
Can I finish, please?
You're not answering the question.
Can I finish, please?
You're not answering the question.
I am answering the question. Let me
read you the testimony of one of the witnesses.
You're saying the people who are involved in this, even if they say they're not victims, that they're still going to try and attack me and pretend they're victims.
Treated as victims by the case that's ongoing. And not all of them are saying that. One of the witnesses says...
We can't go into the case. The case is open and after.
Well, let's just be clear that not all of the witnesses in the case are behaving in the way you describe. And even those that are, it doesn't bar them from being treated as victims by the prosecution by the case.
We have an open criminal investigation. I am absolutely not really sure I'll be found innocent. I know the case better than you. I know it intimately and you don't. I have seen all the criminal files and the evidence against me and you haven't. I know the truth of what happened and you don't. And I'm telling you absolutely not really, I've never hurt anybody, that the case that's been put against me is completely and utterly fabricated. And I'm never going to be found guilty of anything. And it's very difficult for me to answer your in-depth questions because we're sitting here inside of the territory of Romania. I am beholden to the Romanian legal system. And I'm not going to incriminate myself because you're trying to prod me. You are wrong. And we're going to have to accept that for now and ask and talk about something else.
Let me read you then what you have said about what you have done.
Sure.
You have said, my job was to meet a girl, go on a few dates, sleep with her, get her to fall in love with me to the point where she'd do anything I say, and then get her on webcam so we could become rich together.
I don't think that's what I personally said. I think that's
exactly what you said.
No, I've never said that. That's something that you found on the internet. Doesn't mean I've said it. And again, once again, if any female on the planet has a problem with me, I strongly recommend her to go to the police and try and pursue me for criminal charges. It's actually very interesting that me, one of the most famous people in the world, who's been vilified by the legacy media and places all over the internet, while everyone has attacked me from every single angle, while federal agencies from multiple countries have called over 2,000 women who know me, we stand here with 0 new accusations since my arrest. 0. If you took any famous person, any man of substantial wealth, and you called 2,000 women who knew him, he'd find an ex-girlfriend is upset, somebody who wants money who's upset. They called 2,000 people who knew me and could not find a single woman to make a new complaint. The only complaints they have against me are the initial complaints, which we can prove are lies, and that's where it stands. So I'm not going to sit here and allow you to pretend I'm some kind of evil predator, when actually I'd argue the fact that people who've been investigated to the level I've been investigated to, if you were to take the average man on the street and investigate his entire life for 14 months, call everyone who's ever known him, and vilify him in the media, and encourage people to come forward for money, and you try to contact every ex-girlfriend that's ever had.
Would come forward and accuse those people of rape and accuse those people...
I think that you would have a lot more...
I mean, I think you would find a lot of people that have done bad things, but sex trafficking? Probably not.
I think you would have a lot more flack than I've got. I'm actually such a nice person that I've never had any...
Open to somebody, since your arrest, who says exactly those things, that with you, it's all manipulation. There's an ulterior...
Is this Sophie?
Everything.
Is this Sophie? Oh, it's Sophie, the fake name, no face, the story that was invented.
To please him and want...
Why? It seems like he's eager to talk about some details, but not others. Facing a criminal investigation, even facing civil litigation, arguably as a defendant, speaking on these issues at all is that's so spooky. I don't think I would trust myself to navigate a conversation like this. I don't think he should be trusting himself. I wonder what his legal counsel told him for doing this interview. Unless he knows he's completely fucked, maybe. Or unless he knows he's completely innocent, I guess, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Him to be happy.
DGG.
That I was just kind of, okay, do whatever you want.
And what has she accused me of a crime, this imaginary Sophie?
She's making the point that there is...
Has she accused me of a crime?
Emotional or psychological manipulation.
I've asked you a question and I've allowed you into my house.
I'm asking you a question.
Correct, but you're not the boss here because I've allowed you into my house.
I'm asking you the question.
Correctly, and I'm telling you.
You get to decide the answers.
No, we're equal here. I've allowed you into my house. You don't come here with a position of authority. I'm doing you the favor as legacy media, giving you relevance by speaking to you. And I'm telling you now, this Sophie, which the BBC has invented, which there's no face of, nobody knows who she is.
The BBC did not invent.
Of course not. And because you never invent anything. And she's not filed criminal charges against me. What are we talking about here? What is she saying?
Talking about emotional manipulation. It's the sex industry for your financial gain.
Absolute garbage. She has not filed this person, if they exist, has not filed criminal charges against me. I welcome anybody who believes I've harmed them, male or female, any point in the past to file criminal charges against me. I'll fight them. I know who I am. I know what I've done, and I know the truth. And I know that I'll be found innocent of this attack. The reason I'm being attacked is because of my massive...
I will say I'm feeling stronger and stronger every day. I felt this pretty strongly when they came out of prison, that they were probably going to be charged with something. The way that he speaks now, it feels like their legal counsel has prepared them that you're absolutely getting charged. Because notice how much the tone has shifted before from like, we're not even charged with a crime. That's what other defenders would say. They haven't even charged them with anything. They haven't charged. And now it's changed to, I'm going to be found innocent. I'm going to beat this case. I'm going to be found innocent. I didn't do anything wrong. They're not going to find me guilty of anything. It's moved away from that. I haven't even been charged with a crime. I'm not going to be charged with a crime, to they're going to try to win in court. That's an interesting shift in, I don't know, in rhetoric and vernacular and in approach to the conversation.
Influence, not because I've ever hurt anybody. And for you to sit here and say that everybody around you is saying you're innocent, but that doesn't matter because the state will say they're victims and they're just going to grab everybody you know and call everybody victims, even if they say they're not, and try and put you in jail. You are describing a matrix attack. You're not describing human trafficking.
I'm describing women who are going to court to accuse you of rape and human trafficking.
We will see what women go. We will see what women go to court at the end of this trial.
Please?
We'll see which women go.
Can I finish, please?
We'll see which women go to court.
I'm describing women who are going to court to accuse you of rape and human trafficking.
Sophie hasn't gone to court. Sophie doesn't exist.
I'm describing women who have spoken to the BBC at length.
Sophie doesn't exist.
And other media organisations about what they say is emotional manipulation and coercion. And I'm quoting back to you your
At what point do charges have to be pressed? Is it the end of the month? When was Andrew Tate originally arrested? December of 2022. They have 180 days. So if charges are going to be filed, I believe they have to be filed by the end of this month.
words where you describe
They're not my words.
coercion.
They're words you
and
found. They're
manipulation.
words you found on the internet, and Sophie doesn't exist.
On
So
your
let's move on to
website,
the next
in
subject.
Your voice.
Move on to the next subject.
No, I think I'll stick on this one for a minute. So there's other places in that same website where you say you get girls to fall in love with you and they do it because they love you, because they want to do what you say. Convincing women to take part in some kind of business arrangement doesn't work long term because they're emotional. You've got to get them to fall in love with you.
Once
That's
again,
coercion, that's emotional manipulation, that's abuse.
what you've found are clips from the internet, some text from the internet, and you're going to sit here and tell me that that's the reason I should.
Your website, your
It's just such a horrible defense. What is he going to try to say? It's all deep faked, or he didn't say it, or he didn't mean it, or if he meant it, it's not that bad, or if it is that bad, it shouldn't be illegal, or if it's illegal, it shouldn't be illegal in Romania, or what is the legal strategy here?
words.
It's not my website.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Check my website. Next.
Oh, because these are on older websites that are taken down now.
It's the website you've taken down, and I wonder
Yeah.
why those comments have been taken
No
down.
website's been taken down. My website is the same. It's been the same.
Oh yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Like, come on. Unless Romania's legal system or the prosecution is a joke.
Very long time.
The comments on
Dang, Destiny wants him guilty so bad. If my voice sounds like I want him guilty, you're the one with this lodged down your throat. I'm just calling it how I see it. Whether he is or isn't guilty at the end of the day doesn't really make a difference to me. I've held the exact same position from day one that none of your red pill dick sucks have had, which is all of them coming out to defend this guy that they've seen twice in their life. That's the most dick suck shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I would never defend a man that I've met 2 fucking times. Number one. Number two, I've said from the very beginning, let the legal system play out. We'll see what happens. If no charges are filed, then they don't have evidence to prosecute him, and then he's not prosecuted. He's a free man. If he goes to court, he beats the charges, and he walks a free man. That's fine. However the system plays out is how the system plays out. That's a position I've maintained from the very beginning. If you think that I'm unfair, if you don't think it looks horrible for a man that is potentially facing life-ending charges to be giving a live combative interview to the BBC about said charges, where anything that he says right here could be incriminating or used against him in his upcoming trial, you are the dick suck. I don't know what else to say. Sorry. This is can anybody think of anything like this in recent history happening? Does anybody know where somebody's facing like an indictment or somebody's facing charges and they give an interview about them? Does anybody know? I'm trying to think if this has happened before.